With the 30-day grace period at its end, the fate of the following people hangs in the balance. Secretary General Ace Magashule, ANC Limpopo Treasurer Danny Msiza, former Eastern Cape Health MEC Sindisiva Gomba, Deputy ANC Provincial Chairperson KZN Mike Mabuya Kulu, ANC NEC member Bongani Bongo, and former eThekwini Mayor Zandile Gumede will know if they will be stepping aside after next weekend's ANC NEC meeting. These members have appeared in different courts on allegations of fraud and corruption. The party's National Working Committee is expected to process all reports from the provinces this coming Monday.
We'll be having a National Working Committee meeting of the African National Congress on Monday, at which we will receive reports from the Secretary General's office, which had to do with the compilation of lists of those of our members whose standing and role in the movement could be impacted upon by the decision we took in the NEC held between the 26th and the 29th of March. We'll then be going with all of that to the National Executive Committee, which starts on Saturday up until Monday. When we rise out of the National Executive Committee, the NEC will then pronounce itself on the implementation and operationalization of that decision.
Mabe reiterated that the step-aside resolution is not a Magashule clause, but applies to all members who are affected.
There's been often questions that have been coming out of the media, wanted to presuppose that the step-aside principle or the step-aside notion has been designed for the Secretary General. I don't think that was the intention really. There have been guidelines agreed upon by the National Executive Committee, officials of the ANC, from the President, most all of them, the Treasurer General, the DSG, they've been going all out, clarifying. The SG himself has also clarified how these guidelines are going to be carried forward.
He further concedes that this resolution has a dire impact on what is known as the engine of the largest liberation movement on the continent.
We did clarify that it's a weighty decision. It's not as simple as it comes across like that. It's a weighty decision, more so because it also affects the second highest, most powerful position in terms of the constitution of the African National Congress, the office of the Secretary General. So these are challenging times for the ANC. The ANC has got to make sure that whatever happens, there's still an organization. We still have got functional structures on the ground. We could still be able to do the work that we need to be doing. So that's why we are going into all of these things carefully. We are taking our time to explain to members of the media, to our structures, to society, because these are not simple decisions that the ANC, it will never be. The ANC can never celebrate or rejoice having to ask some of its cadres to be out there and not be able to perform or fulfill positions that they shall have been elected into.
On whether or not some ANC provinces have asked the NEC for more time to discuss the resolution with their branches and some threatening to rebel, Mabe says they'll have to receive the report from the provinces and assess the attitudes of the branches. Meanwhile, for the past month, Magashule has been engaging with senior party members and former leaders. Natasha Piri, SABC News, Johannesburg.